Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Alpaca Face, our second episode.
Ooh, look at us go.
So, if you don't remember, I'm Lauren,
I'm Jenna.
and we are knitters who enjoy stitch and bitch and learning new techniques and sharing them with all of you.
Yeah. And so later on in this video, Lauren is going to share how to do...
A provisional cast on using a stitch saver, what started this whole thing off.
Yeah. So she taught our friend Colleen, and Colleen lost her shit.
Yes.
So we love her, and we think it's not really that hard. I'm this week doing brioche
So pretty.
on the Satellite Shawl by Andrea Mowry with really shiny, super fun. I don't think you can see it's got flecks of sparkle in there. It's really awesome.
Hard to pick up on camera.
Yeah.
Yes, but so pretty in
It's
real
really
life.
shiny. And Lauren is working on my...
I am working on the salmon dress. Again, I am so close to being finished with it. I've got like 1.5 inches left of the body, and then I am on the ribbing, and I've already done the sleeves. So all I have to do after I'm finished with that is sew in the pocket linings, which is my least favorite part of knitting.
I can do that part.
Okay.
I mean, it's for me. I can do it. Yeah, so hopefully next time I'll be able to wear it, because that would be super fun. And...
Yes. I'm excited about the progress I made. I think last week when we recorded, I was like not even to pocket split yet. So
yeah. So I apparently am not knitting today, because this morning I got up and I did one row of the setup row for my brioche, and I started it on the wrong side. So I'm not knitting today. I'm throwing that away.
Fair.
I will deal with
Want to
that
work
later.
on another brioche project and make some progress on my cardigan for charity?
Yeah, I can. Except it's only one color, isn't it?
Yes.
So instead, I guess I will show you some of the things I've got in the mail this week. So I ordered mustache yarn, sock weight. This is a perfect must-match set called Quinceañera. Look at those colors.
The funnest colors.
Isn't that awesome? So I do have a sock machine. I am not good at it. I need to figure that out. One of these days when we're not recording a video, Lauren will come over and help me, because I don't know what I'm doing.
I also don't know what I'm doing, so I don't know why she thinks I'm going to help.
I need moral support.
That I can do.
Yeah, I watched a video this morning, so I should be able to adjust my tension now. I just have to figure it out. And when I get to these expensive yarns, I don't really want to screw them up.
Yeah.
So.
Use the cheap yarns to start.
Yeah, and I think that was my problem, is I was using a cheap yarn, and the tension of that yarn was different. It was like a stiffer, like polyester blend or something.
I gotcha.
I don't know. So on the advice of another friend, I ordered this new Labiana Me. It is onyx. So it's a mohair fuzz that has a black core. So if I hold it with black yarn, that core is going to disappear, and then just the fuzz will show. Otherwise, when you do where it has the color of the mohair or a white core, if you hold it with a dark yarn, it looks like flecky.
Fun.
So I ordered that. It's a little paler than my normal purple, but maybe I'll make a fuzzy some. I haven't decided. But, you know, when you have the sickness, you sometimes buy a whole sweater's worth of yarn without having a sweater plant.
Or several sweaters worth of yarn
Okay.
in a toddler-sized box.
Speaking of which, this one you have to touch. This one is the new Pearl Soho cashmere.
Love their stuff. Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's called Nigh, N-I-G-H.
Oh, and the speckling in it is
Yes.
just so gentle. That's great.
So I ordered black and purple for a sweater's worth.
I am shocked.
Shocked, right? To make... Why isn't it in here? Haha. That one I didn't have queued up either.
I'm just gonna put this in my bag.
No, you're not. I was gonna say, it should be in my photos. So I also got a new tablet this week so that I could look up things and show you things. And I am still a dingus head and not super adept at doing things ahead of time. Oh, here it is. So this is the sweater I would like to make with my cashmere. So that is the Jeol, Jeol sweater by Agio Knit. And I think in cashmere it's going to be fabulous.
It is going to be fabulous.
So that's these. Purple and black. What do you got, Lauren?
What have I got? Well, I am wearing my fabulous Love Note today.
Yeah, oh yeah. We're not even going to talk about my sweater because I don't know what it's called.
It's wearing Emma's yarn, Mexican wedding dress, which is all these bright, super fun, like pastel-y colors.
Yeah, we all love Emma's yarn.
Yes, so Emma's sock and then held with her fingering in the same color. So you'll see in my tutorial video a little bit later, I am starting, well, the reason I did the provisional cast on was for this lovely project, the Principessa dress.
The lace on that is so amazing.
And yes, you can see the lace neckline, and then the lace back is my favorite.
Yeah, that's going to be so beautiful.
This is from the Sexy Knitter. And then I am working on, this is my favorite pattern name. It's the Fluffy Ass Brioche Cardigan. Fabulous, fabulous. And it's actually my charity knit, kind of. It's not actually, I mean, it could go to charity. But it's actually to raise awareness for, and as a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So I have on my social media, an update kind of counting down like all of the progress that I'm making. The goal is to cast on and finish this cardigan within the month of March and collect donations for St. Jude's along the way as I post my updates. So I've raised $186 of my $250 goal, and I'm very excited for that. And yeah, so those are my on the needles projects aside from your dress right now.
Yay! I'm looking at Tin Can Knits because I'm trying to remember where the pattern came from for the little vest I'm wearing. And I'll show you the back of it because we were laughing because I put it on this morning not having looked up what the pattern is. And it's Malabrigo yarn because of course it is.
Because pretty.
And they had it as a sample at Cream City Knits. Look at the back of that. So it's just
fun. It's
this really cute, fast knit that I made ages ago and probably bought a paper pattern. So I don't have the pattern handy.
What did we all do before Ravelry?
Well, Ravelry existed. I just didn't save it because I'm a mess.
Fair.
But that's okay. I thought it was maybe Tin Can Knits, but if I figure it out, I will let y'all know. But since we're on here and talking about fun things that we found, so Lauren and I, while obsessing about sweater dresses and looking through, I have to go to my favorites. Good gravy. So anyway, while we were looking through stuff, we tumbled across ShanaKay Salmon. We don't know her personally. I believe she lives in Brooklyn. But
love her designs.
Love, 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 love. So here she is in her tank top and wraparound skirt.
So cute.
And that wasn't even the first thing that I found that I loved. But she does a great job of showing her test knitters in different sizes, different body shapes. Gorgeous. Every single one of them are just amazing. Here's a much smaller version, and she made it a little like angled, super freaking cute. And it's DK weight cotton. Here's the skirt by itself without the little tank top, but Lauren and I think are both going to make this very soon.
Yes, I'm really excited. And it's really cool to see the different, the different body shapes and sizes, because I am a girl with a lot of junk in all of the places, not just in the trunk. And so seeing people who live in larger bodies actually making these and actually putting them on her Ravelry like pattern page is really demonstrative of what it's going to look like. I don't have to go in and search for other people's projects of what they did with this pattern. The different bodies that are wearing this style is all right there in her original pattern page, which is just phenomenal for inclusivity. I find that with a lot of designers, they tend to feature themselves wearing the garment that they designed and they created, which absolutely fair. You know, you put in the work, you get to wear that design and put your pattern page and make it whatever you want it to be. But as a larger person, it's really nice to see my body represented in your pattern, not a size 2 wearing the thing that I want to make, baby.
Right. Well, and I feel like she has made knitting sexy, which it's hard to do, right? Like sometimes it's like, well, you know, we're going to wear something bulky. Yeah. We're going to layer it with things. Look at this top. I don't know if you can see that. Like freaking
adorable.
Sexy as all get out.
Yes. And again, something I may not consider making because I couldn't necessarily envision my body in it.
Right. But then you see people...
a person with a larger body wearing that garment is like, I could wear that. Absolutely. It's really empowering.
And she's got several. So what started this obsession for me is she has a little tank dress, which, if I can find it, I was like, I couldn't even begin with the shape of it and how adorable it was. So here's her sample photo. It's called Out of Their League Dress. And it's a simple shape, but then you see it on different sizes and different shapes. This girl striped it.
That's so cute.
Like, could you not wear that all summer?
Yes, I would live in that all summer.
And just amazing. And I thought it was that one. Like, it's got like this slit up the side. Maybe it was her other one.
And there was a gal that like lengthened the slit all the way like up to the hip.
Yeah, it might be her other dress, because she's got 2 dresses. And it might have been the other dress, but just amazing. So anyway, that's ShanaKay Salmon. If I don't find the other dress quickly,
we'll include her name in our like about section, I think. That way you guys can find her too.
Yeah, because I haven't bought yarn yet because I'm like 25 projects behind, but she's got like 3 or 4 little tank tops, like a smushy sweater, a couple of like cropped t-shirt sweaters, a skirt. Amazing. Yes. So ShanaKay is my new obsession. And I will be making at least 3 different things that she has designed.
Yes.
Soon. So aside from that, I did buy a bag this week, which I don't always do, but Woolly Thistle, I haven't even taken it out of the bag yet. So the Woolly Thistle has amazing wool tweed, and I have one of her smaller bags in purple, but look, it's pretty. Black, and it's got side pockets and front pockets with a snap. So, and then inside, this one's zippered. It's bigger. My other one's really small, like just like a little bucket bag. But it's like fully lined and has pockets inside. And she's sewing these all.
So, she hand sews them all?
Well, sewing machine, but like it's like
but it's like
not a factory. Yeah,
it's like a one person.
So sometimes if you order and want like custom fabrics. It takes a little longer because she is in Scotland and shipping them. But that's my new thing. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah. And so it's got the little label that says it's officially Harris tweed. I don't know if you can read that. It's pretty small. I can't tell because without my glasses, I cannot see. So, but that was my other bag that I bought.
Nice.
So now I get to fill it with knittings.
I have been getting many compliments on my adorable knitting bag as well. That came from Jenna, actually.
Yes.
And it's got all the little forest critters that are knitting and doing different knitty things. And it's very cute. And this came from the Quarter Stitch in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Got
It's really
lots
nice.
of compliments.
It's really nice when you can travel and get knitting from traveling. So
I buy yarn every time I travel because it's a wearable memory. And my husband is in full support of this and will very tolerantly sit in a yarn shop for 3 hours while I look for the exact right memory.
I think since it's going to be the same either way, I think I'm just going to cut this.
Okay.
And start it over on the other end. Guys, don't knit when you're tired.
Yeah. Or sick. Don't knit when you're sick. You'll make so many mistakes.
Right.
I guess it depends on the kind of sick. If you're sick in a brain foggy kind of way, that's a big ol' no.
Yeah. I didn't think I was sick when I picked this up this morning, but apparently I had no clue what I was doing. Oh, we should also talk about this bag, because... So, I've got this bag, and it's huge, and apparently it has all of my things.
Oh, yes.
But this is
Black Pearl Magic.
Black Pearl Magic. So, again, someone who's making things herself by hand, not a factory. But if you can get them, they're amazing.
But you have to be, like, on top of your shit to get things.
Get on her email.
She does pre-orders, they sell out immediately.
Yeah, so this one is the bigger size. And so I've got like my whole shawl, so it's 6 skeins of yarn, and my pattern fits in there, and I've got a little mini tablet as well. But this one I got last year when I went to her pop-up shop in Maryland, and I also got to go to the grand opening of the Magpie Fibers new store, which isn't so new anymore, but that was my... I think it was like Mother's Day weekend, and I just told my husband and kids, I was like, bye. And he's like, what do you mean you're going out of town?
It's Mother's Day. I'm doing a thing for myself.
Yeah. And mostly
I'm the mother.
Mostly I went because I wanted to meet Shana and buy one of her bags. So I did it, and no regrets.
Yes.
So thank you, Shana, for making bags. And I haven't been able to... Oh, no, actually, that's not true. I think I got 1 or 2 since then on different pre-sales and things. But she's got what she calls Babs, B-A-B-S, the big ass bag.
Ah, yes.
And it is like this big. It's like a huge shopping bag with like 2 straps. Haven't been able to get one of those yet. I know she had a pre-sale up last week with like a white print, and she just didn't have any of the patterns that I wanted for that, but I will get one.
Yes, her stuff is fabulous.
Because then when I go to yarn festivals, I can put all of my purchases in there.
Yes.
And that would be awesome.
And then you come home and say, look, it all fit in one bag.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
So speaking of yarn festivals, YarnCon in Chicago is coming up
March 30th and 31st, April 1st and 2nd.
So the 30th and 31st are just like the classes and the symposium. And I think those are almost sold out. But then the shopping is April 1st and 2nd. So I don't know yet if we're going. We haven't discussed.
Well, it is right before my spring break. So maybe?
Yeah, I've got it on my calendar. And since we're not taking classes, we can decide.
Closer to the days.
Yeah.
They're open. Yeah, it's a possibility for me.
Ooh, actually, I think we have to go because my friend Julie's going to be there.
Oh.
So this one right here, Woolweed. This is...
Oh.
This Woolweed is my friend Julie. And
she does delightful yarn.
She does do delightful yarn. I made hi. Apparently it lost us for a second. Yeah, so I made is it Emma's cowl? No, what's the cowl that everybody made last year? The little tiny...
You got me. I don't really make cowls.
Oh my god. It's a scarf and a cowl and good grief. When I say I'm a mess, this is what I mean.
Yeah, I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. I don't do cowls very often.
No, it was a scarf and everybody made it last year.
A scarf?
Yeah. It was a scarf or a shawl.
A scarf or a shawl or a cowl.
My goodness, it's not a cowl. I made it as an ear wrap for my niece.
Okay.
Oh, and of course I did not take a photo of it. I don't know. My brain today. Sophie. It's the Sophie scarf. I made the Sophie scarf out of yarn that Julie spun. So, yeah, we need to go there. Just saying. We need to go and find Julie.
Well, that is absolutely fine. Happy to go.
Yeah, if I can find a picture of her yarn, I will. But...
maybe I can find some cotton DK yarn and make myself.
Ooh, Lauren.
What?
Yes. We totally need to do that. I was looking at some yesterday. We had a pop-up knit in at Fox River Fibers, and I was looking at her yarn yesterday, and she's got so many great colors.
Yes, if you're in our area near Milwaukee or the surrounding area, go see Heather at Fox River Fibers because it's a fabulous shop with all of the things, and the yarn is so nicely displayed. Like, you can really see everything that she has. It's really, really lovely.
Yeah, I told her I want to just live there. I was like, if this was my shop, I would never go home because I just want to sit there and be surrounded by color. And she concurred.
I think I would get in trouble if I owned a yarn shop. I don't think any of the yarn would actually make it to the customers.
I think it would, because I think you would have so much of it all the time. So here's my Sophie scarf with the yarn that Julie dyed. Well, she didn't dye it. She spun it. So it turned out super cute. I have not gotten a picture of my niece wearing it because she's a dork. Anyway, love you, Samantha. So, all right.
I have to redesign a mitten pattern.
Yeah.
A mitten chart and make it into a scarf or a cowl for my sister. So I made her mittens last Christmas or the Christmas before.
And she wants matching.
That are Ouija board mittens, and she lives in the middle of Nebraska and is lamenting the fact that she does not have a scarf. So she's like, it's cold all the time and I don't have a scarf, and my mom passed this information along to me. So now I have to make her a matching scarf, which is fine. I am happy to do that. But
yeah, that's good. Okay.
I'm just glad she likes the mittens. Because she doesn't like anything because she's 18.
Yeah, right. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this one. That's a wrap over. Good grief. All right, guys, I don't know if you do brioche, but I'm on the purl side. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. All right, I'm good. I think I've got it.
Okay, good job.
Right? It's like I spaced out there for a second. Brioche is really easy, like once you know what you're doing. And so this row, I'm just purling and wrapping. And then I have to go back with the other color. But I did the other color this morning on the wrong side because I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. So I just cut it and I'll just go back and re-add it on. What's one more end to tuck at the end of the day? So, I don't know. Do we have anything else we need to talk about?
No, can't think of anything.
So, we're going to go through and edit this very minimally, I might add, because we're a mess. And then we're going to add on Lauren's instructions for doing the provisional cast on, which is about 3 minutes that we'll just tuck in here, and she will teach you how to do a provisional cast on a Stitch Saver. Yeah. Stitch Saver, such a good word.
Because it saves your stitches.
It does save your stitches, and then it saves your time too. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else we need to... No?
I don't think so.
Nothing, because we were here 2 weeks ago.
Knit a sweater dress.
Sweater dress, yes, please, 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 please. I did not bring a bunch of sweater dress to share with you because I feel like you can find your own, aside from Shana's. And I don't know. Yes. I picked out what I'm going to wear. I ordered yarn for it. And yes. I'm going to do mine in a cotton wool blend so that it's lighter, and I'm going to do short sleeves. So once that yarn comes and I can think about casting that on.
Mine is in wool and silk. It's this lovely, very lovely blue kind of tealy color.
Oh my God, Lauren, that's going to be so pretty.
So I'm excited about it.
I almost picked a similar color to that. And I'm sorry about my phone dinging today.
Yes, I am less excited that it's so small. Such small yarn.
It's going to be so
but
great.
It's going to be pretty, and I am excited for pretty. So.
Yeah. Mine does not have lace. Mine has cables.
And I have been lamenting a bit. I don't know. Lamenting's not the right word. Concerned. I've been slightly concerned about what might qualify and what might not qualify as a sweater dress to the State Fair judges.
Also, I don't care.
Yes. So. Jenna's opinion is, if they get things that aren't, considered sweater dresses, then maybe they'll add that as a category next time. So.
Right. So I feel like if it's a knitted dress, it's a knitted dress. And their wording on their thing is so vague that I think we should inundate them with things that are trendy and attractive and not dowdy. And I don't know, just make it more on trend. Because it is the State Fair. Does not mean that we have to look like we hang out with cows all day.
Accurate.
Yeah. So this is us encouraging you to please, please, please knit some dresses and enter them in the fair. And if someone wins besides me, because I'll pay myself $20, but I will put it out there that I will pay $20 to the winner.
Yes.
So, all right, keep knitting.
Enjoy.
And as we like to say, alpaca face.
Alpaca face.
Alpaca face. Go ahead.
All right. So today we are learning how to do the provisional cast on with a stitch saver instead of like the crocheted provisional cast on, which is usually how people do it. They do it by crochet with some waste yarn. Sometimes they'll do it with 2 knitting needles and waste yarn, but I like with the stitch saver because you can just zoop it onto your needle after you're ready to pick up those live stitches. So we're going to start with a slip knot. And then we are going to slip that slip knot onto our stitch saver. You can use any kind of stitch saver that you want. You'll just have to determine the length that you need for your project. Mine is 240 stitches, so it's got to be quite long. And then after my knot is on my saver, I'm going to take my needle and kind of stack it on top with the long end facing out so that you can add more stitches to your saver. Then I'm going to hold my yarn. I hold it in my left hand and I kind of hold it like I am knitting, what's the fancy way of saying that? Continental? I think continental is the fancy way of saying that. And then I'm going to go behind my yarn. I'm going to go underneath my stitch saver and see how that kind of makes a U there. I'm going to tuck into the U and pick it up. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to go behind my little hill here, go under, and go into my U. And I'm going to do that until I have 240 stitches on my needle, which I am regretting. So after you've finished, I won't do all 240 here because that would be insufferable, but I will put a few on my needle here. And then when you are all finished, then you're going to slide off that very, very first slip knot that you have. And then,
Lauren, can we see how it is on the needle before you pull it?
Yeah.
Like put it just over the white? No.
So, yeah. So it should look like this. So you're putting
Perfect.
equal numbers of stitches on your saver and your needle.
Okay.
And then you're going to take off that very first slip knot when you finish. And then you're ready for your first round. So you just turn and start knitting or purling or whatever the first direction is, but you're just going to hold this kind of extra tight so that it stays put. And you're ready for your knitting. And see how all those live stitches are still on my saver. So
good.
And you can always backtrack if you need to. And yeah, that is how you do a provisional cast on with a stitch saver, which saves a ton of time as opposed to pulling out a provisional cast on, unzipping a provisional cast on, and then having to pick up those stitches again. So one of my very favorite techniques. Hope you use it.